Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is our weekly reading for the week of September 12th to the 18th, 2016. I'm using the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight this week. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks again for joining me. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please click that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And if by any chance you're interested in a private reading with me, my contact info will be in the description box below. Okay, so this is a 3-card draw, and I read these as a story or a conglomeration of the energy that is expressed through the cards for the upcoming week. So, just going to give this a final shuffle, and then we will choose our cards. Okay, so here we go. Card 1. There's card 1, card 2, and card 3. Alright, so our first card is the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so it came up like this, but I will show you the card upright. So what this card is about is remembering something from your past, nostalgia. Okay, this is remembrances, this is sentimentality, this is reflecting back on a previous time in your life when perhaps you were very happy, when you were very content with the people in your life, maybe one particular person, your surroundings. Friendship. This card is about friendship to me as well. As we see on this card, this little girl is with this big, huge bear. They seem an unlikely pair, but they seem very compatible together. Okay, so two opposites kind of coming together and forming this very special bond, this very unique friendship. Okay, let me just look at this for another moment here. Yeah, and she's reaching up to pet him as well. You know, she's not afraid of him in the least, and he looks very friendly towards her. He looks very, very comfortable with her. So this card did come up in the reverse. So what this card is suggesting to me is that you either may be really ruminating on the past, reflecting on the past a great deal. You might feel like you're living in the past, like you might be kind of obsessing about somebody from your past, okay? For whatever reason, you are thinking about this person who is very special to you, who's no longer in your life, and maybe you're wanting to go back and recapture that time with them, that relationship. Or it could be just like a period in your life where you were very happy and you're just wanting to be back there in that energy. Can also mean that you are done with the past, that you have put it all behind you and you are looking toward the future. You are very much focused on your present goals and your future goals, and so you are not thinking about the past at all. But really what I'm getting more from this is that you're kind of stuck in that pattern of really, really thinking about somebody, really missing somebody, really wishing you could be back in a past relationship or in a past time in your life when you felt like this, when you felt like you had this kind of relationship with this person or this place or this job or whatever it is, that was very, very pleasant. That was very, very fulfilling for you. Okay? Next card is the Seven of Swords, and again, this came up in the reverse. Okay. So what the Seven of Swords can be about is dishonesty and deceit. Somebody not being honest with you, somebody being out and out lying to you, okay? Not having all the information, not having all the facts. The swords are a suit of the mind, of the intellect, of the facts of things, you know, logic, intellect, okay? So this could also be about not having all the information that you need, and you don't have a clear picture of everything that's going on. Okay, now this did come up in the reverse. I'm going to look at this again and see what's going on here. This is a very different Seven of Swords in this deck. In this card, we see this one, these look like fairies, okay? This one fairy looks like she's just jumped off the wall and she's about to float down or fly down. This other one in the foreground is much more prominent. And she's very beautiful, very fairy-like, but she's also got this thing coming out of her hair. This kind of insect-looking thing, or this creature that's coming out of her hair that this one doesn't have. So this woman is different. This fairy is different than this fairy. And she's also got a butterfly coming out here. So this creature here looks kind of different, looks kind of a little weird. This one looks very pretty. So this can suggest the kind of appearing to be one way, masking who you are, appearing one way but being another way, you know, kind of goes with the deception, deceit kind of thing, not having all the information, okay? So is this fairy pretending to be this kind of fairy, and she's really not, okay? Now this came up in the reverse, so what this is indicating is it can mean that you've become aware of this kind of deception going on in your life. You are not in the dark. You're not clueless about somebody who may be not being honest with you or deceiving you. You're just the opposite. You now see that this person is not who they appear to be, okay? Either that or this energy can be more pronounced. So this could be a warning. This could be letting you know, putting you on notice that, hey, there's somebody around you, there's somebody in your life who is not giving you all the information, that you're not being skeptical enough about. You know, you may be believing everything they say. You may be taking everything they say at face value. This card could be letting you know, hey, it's time to pay closer attention to this person because there's something about them that you don't know. Okay, so it's one or the other. You're either being very, very, very factual. You're seeing all the facts or you're not. Okay, it's one or the other, and you will know when you're listening to this reading which one applies to you, okay? If you've been having a feeling about somebody, like, this doesn't seem right, I don't feel right, I have a few questions about this, pay attention to that feeling, okay? Next card you got is the Knave of Swords, and I believe this is the page. Let me double check this. This is the page, and he came up upright. So our only upright card this week is the Knave of Swords. And so we have 2 swords cards in this reading. So there's a lot of kind of thinking, intellect, you know, our thoughts are playing a major part in our lives this week. Okay, we're going to be very mentally active, all right? So the Page of Swords, pages are always people who are generally have a very young, fresh energy about them. They can represent children, they can represent messengers, they can represent students, okay? And this person is somebody who has a lot of energy, okay? A lot of energy, a lot of drive, a lot of ambition. They want to learn. They're very focused on learning. They're very directed on learning. And this is, again, the suit of the mind. So somebody who is looking to sharpen their mind, who is looking to learn about things, okay? So I think what this card means for us this week, I'm just going to take a look again here. Okay, this is somebody who, I think what this card is saying for us is we need to embrace this energy of the Page of Swords this week. Okay, we need to learn something. There's something here we need to learn. There's a lesson that we need to learn, and it may be a hard lesson. Okay, but this person in behind the page is patting him on the back and kind of encouraging him to go on. She's giving him, maybe it's a teacher, she's giving him that little pat on the back and saying, don't be scared, you can do this, you can handle this. So don't lack confidence in yourself. Don't lack confidence in your ability to handle something or to learn something, okay? So she's kind of spurring him on. So I think what this card is saying for us is that there's a lesson that we need to learn this week, and it may be a hard lesson, but it's a lesson that's going to serve us very well. It's a lesson that is going to positively affect us. It might not feel that way at the time, but it is definitely going to be a positive thing for us. We need to do this. Okay, this is something that we need, a kind of challenge that we need to take on. Okay, so I'm going to look at all three of these cards and see what else comes to me. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting with this Six of Cups in reverse, I said this was about somebody or something from the past that we are kind of obsessing on or thinking a lot about. There may be somebody from your past who has reappeared in your life, okay? And maybe they're trying to reconnect with you. Maybe this is a former lover. Maybe this is a former relationship that, that did not go well, that broke up, obviously, right? But they have gotten back in touch with you, and maybe all those old feelings are coming back, and you're very excited about it, and you're very focused on this person. But I think they may not be being honest with you, because we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, okay? So either they are not being honest with you to the extreme, or you're having your suspicions about it, okay? You're having your suspicions that something is not right. There may be something they're not telling you. This doesn't feel right to you. It's giving you a weird feeling. And this Page of Swords card has come up to encourage you to pay attention to that gut feeling, to look into this further, to not take everything at face value, to maybe challenge what's going on, maybe not outwardly, maybe not verbally, but to yourself. If you're skeptical about something, if something doesn't seem right, you're probably right, and you need to look into it further, okay? So that could be one meaning of this reading here. Or, like I said, this person from your past has reappeared, and you're right off the bat, you're thinking, oh, this person is just trying to scam me. This person is just, I can see right through this person. Okay, so rather than feeling like they're pulling the wool over your eyes, you're seeing everything very clearly, and you're saying to yourself, you know what, I see what's going on here. I know where this is going. I know what this person is up to, and they're not going to pull me in. They're not going to scam me. Okay, and this Page of Swords card is letting you know, like, yeah, you're right. You need to look into this further. You're seeing what's going on here. Don't lack confidence in your ability to see what's going on. Maybe the reason you broke up with this person in the past is because they were dishonest, okay? And now that they've reappeared, they're trying to make you feel like they've changed. Like, hey, give me another chance. Let's try this again. And you're saying to yourself, no, it's not going to work. I know this person hasn't changed one bit. And so you are not going to give them the opportunity to deceive you again or to play with your emotions, okay? And it's a hard thing. When you have feelings for people, facts are one thing, okay? We can see the facts. We know what happened, whatever. If somebody wronged us or did something to us that hurt us, we know this is a fact, but emotions are different. Emotions don't respond to logic. Emotions are just there. And, this could be rekindling a lot of feelings in you that are painful. And You can deal with them. You may feel like it's really hard. You may feel like it's a real challenge, but you can do it. And if you know it's for your greater good, then you definitely want to go in that direction, okay? Just going to look at the Seven of Swords in reverse again here. Yeah, again, you see how this fairy is just kind of drifting down off the wall. Like she's chosen to take the plunge. And this person down there is just waiting for her. Okay, so this could be this other person from the past. You know, they're saying, come on, take the plunge. Come on in. It's going to be great. And she's trusting them and she's believing in them. So she is making the plunge. She's taking the plunge. She's made that leap. But she may not be aware of who this person really is. And with the card in the reverse, it's telling me no, like somebody is trying to convince you to make the leap, to take the plunge, but you are choosing wisely to not trust them and not go there. Okay? So it's pretty specific. I mean, like I said, these are general readings, so they're not going to apply to everybody. But if this sounds, you know, like this is going on with you, if somebody from your past has reappeared and is trying to get you to rekindle a relationship that previously did not work out, that, you know, left a lot of hurt feelings inside you, definitely think very hard before taking that plunge, because this person may not be being honest with you, and either you are seeing that very clearly or you're not seeing it at all. They're really scamming you. So be very willing to explore all the facts before you commit yourself to anything. Okay, that's the message I'm getting from our cards this week, you guys. So I hope you have a good one. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the reading and that you found it helpful. Okay. Again, if you've not subbed to my channel yet, please do subscribe. And if you would like a private reading with me, it's very easy. All you have to do is click any of the links below in the description box and get in touch with me. So thanks, guys, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye for now. Mwah.